Almost lost my phone over the balcony. All right, y'all. What is the best bit of advice that you were ever given? For real, seriously, take 3 seconds. Write it down. I don't know what bug that was. What are the best bits of advice you were ever given? Or what was the best one? I can already think of the best one off the top of my head. I got it from a book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. And it's actually not even one of the 7 habits, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's just a bit that was given to you in the foreword of the book. And it is hustle while you wait. Now, this might seem like a strange bit of advice to become number one. You know, a lot of people might say something generic or morally based, like be kind or never give up or, you know, something of that nature. But when I read that book and I started embodying and practicing the habit of hustle while you wait, things started to transform in my life really fast. I realized I had a lot of moments that were idle. I had a lot of moments where I would spend 2 minutes waiting for this update, or 45 seconds waiting for this transfer to go through, or 10 minutes waiting for the dog to come in the house and finish her business. And that was a lot of time in my life that I could do something with. And that if I started taking all these little 2 cents here, 10 cents here time, I was leaving a lot of money on the table. Can you think of moments like that where you're like twiddling your thumbs? I started creating a mental database of things I could do during this time. Whoa. These killer bees out here are a little terrifying. I ain't gonna hold you. They are loud and big. And all of a sudden, I started having more sets of push-ups getting knocked out throughout the day. All of a sudden, I was waiting to do my emails until I was waiting for this computer to finish updating so I could take photos of it and put it on eBay. You know, I could write the description right now instead of using this as an excuse to scroll on my phone. Hustle while you wait. That little extra 20% of time that you capture is going to bring you 80% more results. If I'm not mistaken, the Pareto principle ended up being the first habit of that book, following where you get the most of your results from small things, like not just that small chunk of time, but from making habits like that are always boosting your productivity. I think about it a lot like music. When making music, you don't start out a mix by boosting frequencies. You start out a mix by cutting out the excess that doesn't serve you. So, my chunk of advice for you today is to cut out the idle time in your life that doesn't serve you and do something with it. You sitting there in traffic and you ain't got nothing to do with yourself? Pray. Listen to the Bible. Listen to a book. Find someone on YouTube that teaches you a skill and learn that skill. Call your parents. They will be abundantly grateful for it, and it will bless you eternally, generationally. Peace and prosperity don't just come from hoping for it. It comes from living well, eating hell. Blue screen. From eating well, moving well, and being happy. And you can't afford to do those things if you're wasting time and squandering what you're given. Go outside and get some sunlight today when you're waiting for the internet to reconnect. Thank yourself later. Peace and prosperity.